In this video, I'm going to show you how to choose and build a glove system for cold weather activities, whether it's hiking, biking, climbing, skiing, mountaineering, camping, whatever you might do. This video suggestion was submitted by one of my YouTube subscribers. Thank you very much to the suggestion, and I definitely appreciate that. Just to let you know, to my subscribers, if you submit a suggestion that I think I can do, I'll definitely do that video for you. So subscribers, in the membership section, you definitely have an advantage that I will do my best to make a video for you. So let's get started right now. As you can see, it's a little bit chilly outside, snow's still out. Sun is good, but it's not too bad. So in this sort of condition, I would choose, I've got these Outdoor Research liner gloves. By the way, I'll put links below to everything. And these gloves are just simply real thin. You put these bad boys on and they just fit like a traditional glove. Super easy to use. They've actually got the little sensor thing on there on the thumbs. I don't really like the sensor thing, but some people do. And these liner gloves are what I wear all the time. These are the base layer of my entire glove system that keeps me comfortable from 40 degrees all the way to minus 50 degrees. I always have these base layer gloves on. Also, I always have these gloves in multiple copies when I'm doing a long expedition, because eventually they can wear out. Maybe you get a hole or something. You want to sleep with a clean pair of gloves. This is a great way to go. So these base liner gloves, the PL base and the PL 150s from Outdoor Research are great. By the way, full disclosure, I am not sponsored by Outdoor Research. I bought these gloves with my own cashola. So you know that, hey, I've used these in my own experience. So I'm not getting paid to say, hey, they're great. Outdoor Research doesn't know me. I know Outdoor Research, and so far I've been very happy with their products for over a decade. My next level of gloves are the Storm Tracker gloves. And as you can see, they're just a relatively thin glove that has some insulation, has this nice leather palm on it. And I use these gloves, and this is one of the keys to my layering system, is actually layering gloves. Even though the gloves are relatively light, I could just put the glove on and do this, and it's okay. But if my hands get a little bit sweaty, I sweat the inside of the gloves, and it doesn't work so well. So what I do is I always start off with my base layer glove here, and then I put the Storm Tracker gloves on top of that. And now I've got a really superior multi-layer glove system that I can still have a lot of dexterity with. They can be zipped up to seal me up, and they've got these nice little locks here, so I'm not ending up bumbling around looking for gloves. I always keep them tagged together. That way I don't lose them. This sort of glove system I used in Antarctica when it was relatively warm, say minus 20, when it was a day like this, no wind, sun out. After I got acclimatized after 2 weeks, I was able to use this glove system and be quite happy. The few days where it was actually quite hot from the solar radiation, I could, for just a few hours, get down to my base liner gloves, and that worked really well. But this system here, especially on my ski poles and such, it works very well. Let me show you here. So, not to chew up my arms and hands, this extra layering of gloves allows me to put my ski pole through here and do that, and it's completely comfortable. So highly recommend actually dual layering your gloves at all times, because when I was climbing Mount Glory the other day, I've got a video to climbing Mount Glory, is it got hot enough, even with this system, my fingers were starting to get that warm little sweaty thing. So I was able to take these off, and for a while I was able to simply climb with my liner gloves. So by using the layering system in gloves, I'll have another layering system about clothing later, this worked out very well. Now, when it's colder and tougher and far more unpleasant outdoors, I switch to my Alpine gloves. These things are really good and work quite well. One note too is the Storm Tracker gloves. Even though my hands are not XL, I actually buy them in the XL size. Let me see, I think the tag's finally worn off here. Yeah, there it is. You can just barely read it, and it's XL. So I buy this glove much larger than I would naturally for my hand, because I know I'm going to use a dual glove system, and that works very well. So back to these guys, the Alpine glove, they've got this nice leather palm. They've got this soft fabric so you can wipe your gross nose. It's dripping, that rhinoplasty. And again, these are single layer gloves. They don't come with a liner. Have this nice fleece inside, and they have the idiot cord, which is really nice. Oops, hopefully this breeze isn't wrecking the audio. And I simply slide these on over my liner gloves, slip that on, and now I can immediately feel the warmth. I've got a beautiful dual glove layering system that works very well. I don't have as much dexterity with these, but they function quite well. I'll put a link below to these as well. And if I really need to crank it down, which I never do, there's a strap on here, so that is pretty handy. But one key thing when you're choosing your glove system, as you can see, I don't use that strap much, is you want to make sure that you can lock down the wrist area to prevent snow and cold from getting into your gloves. So this particular glove, I can draw it tight there, and I can tighten it up here. So you can see I always forget which one, the light colored tag draws the glove closed, and it shrinks around my wrist, but then I simply pull, and now the glove is loose. You don't want to have something where you got to pinch and pull and have a string and draw and pull. That's miserable. You got to think, okay, I've got this crab claw. How am I going to do something even with my mittens? I can do that, loose them up, and they work incredibly well. So that is my primary heavy-duty glove system for just about any miserable condition. This is what I normally wore in Antarctica when things were getting pretty crazy. Again, oh boy, that wind's gonna wreck the audio, sorry. These are XL gloves. My hand does not by itself, without the liner, fit XL. It fits okay, but it's a little bit loose. So with the plan of the liner glove, that actually works way, way better, and it fits my hand far better, and it keeps it warm without compressing my fingers. When you get your glove, if you feel finger compression at all, not just fit, your fingers are going to be cold and you'll be miserable. So make sure, it fits like a glove, it's nice and tight. You do not want that in the cold, because that's the best way to get cold fingers. I feel slight pressure, but I don't feel compression on my fingers. And also the fingertips fit me perfectly, so make sure the thumb's a little loose, but that's not as big a deal. That you don't have these dorky 1 inch or 2.5 centimeter waggles at the end, because you're going to really struggle with them. Now, those Alpine gloves are my answer to functionality when it's cold, but when it goes all out, I get my Outdoor Research Ultimates. These things are a complete gauntlet. They're huge. You can see how much of my hand they cover. And again, they do have actually a removable liner. I'll put a link below to the video specifically for these guys. But again, I use my liner glove inside of the liner, inside of the mitten, and I pull that thing down, and I'm ready for combat. And of course, you put the idiot cord on, you draw that cord closed, because I can drop my glove and I won't drop my glove. And then I simply build this up. Now, with this glove layering system, you can see the gauntlet here. This is a different tagger lock. I'll show you in a moment, but this glove system worked well at the South Pole, -40, -50 degrees, and even when I was skiing and it was crazy cold, I actually got a tiny bit of sweat inside this glove at the South Pole at latitude 89 degrees south. So this glove, I've never had cold fingers working out when I'm standing around. The nice thing in the mittens is I can draw my hand inside the mitten and grab my hand and make a fist. You can't see it inside, so I'll show you here. I'm moving my thumb, but what I do is I pull my hand inside so you can see my thumb's totally loose, and in this mitten I can clench up my hand, and that's how I can keep my hand warm in the worst conditions possible. These have this little pull thing here. They don't have the nice wipes. I wish they did, like my Alpine Gloves, so you can wipe the gross nose. But I'm going to show you this cool system here. For draw cord, what you do is you just pull the light gray cord, and now the glove seals up, and that's really important to keep the cold and the snow and everything out. For cold weather Alpine gloves, you want something that can seal around your arm. You can see how much of my arm this covers. And then to loosen it, again, I use this pull and loosen it up, and voila, it comes apart easy. So this literally is my system of layering gloves, and it works perfectly. I've got my thin liner glove, then I come up to my storm tracker gloves. These don't have draw cords, but they do have the zippers on here, super nice. And then for general purpose working around, I have my heavy Alpine gloves that I use with my liner glove. Slip this in, voila. And so these are the ultimate mittens. This works very well. Now, before you go, please check out my book, linked below, to how to keep your feet warm in the cold. That's my seminal book, and over 100 tips to keeping your feet warm in cold conditions. Also check out my link below to Adventure Expedition 1 that explains the glove system, the layering system, and everything else you need to go adventuring in the outdoors to stay warm, comfortable, safe, have a good time, and return safely home. And also Antarctic Tears, my book on my expedition to the South Pole. You'll learn a lot of things. It's not just about me, it's about me teaching you. And also for my YouTube subscribers and also my members, please put a comment below and let me know some other ideas for videos to bring you more information to help you enjoy your time in the outdoors and whatever other challenges you might face. My name's Aaron Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and professional adventurer. Please like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and enjoy the outdoors!